In Pakistan, over the past few years and decades, house prices have become unaffordable for the average Pakistani. In a country where 46% of the population is still unbanked, access to home financing is difficult, if not impossible. These people either do not get loans approved or the interest rates are so high that it's not a feasible proposition for them. Our mission at Trellis Housing Finance Limited is to provide affordable home financing to low and middle income households. We believe that good quality housing can transform lives. Our mission is to provide affordable home finance to enable millions of Pakistanis to be able to buy and build their own homes. Under its Ghar Ho product umbrella, Trellis aims to provide longer tenor loans with monthly payments capped at 30% of monthly income to avoid overburdening the customer. Trellis has put in place a lean operational model and will also benefit from its market differentiating agency-based model, where we will be partnering with existing MFIs that have decades of knowledge and experience of working in the local markets. This will help us develop a network of customer engagement officers as well as provide a seamless experience to our customers. Trellis Housing Finance Limited is looking to create meaningful partnerships with suppliers which will enable us to facilitate the provision of affordable, high-quality homes following green building standards with shorter construction turnaround times. We will also be partnering with solar panel providers and water cleaning and waste management services to extend these facilities to our customers. Under Prime Minister Imran Khan's government, there has been a massive focus on the housing industry with the launch of the Naya Pakistan housing scheme. Incentives have been introduced for the construction industry too. Under new legislation passed, more stringent laws are now in place to protect the lender against default on payments by the borrowers. Coupled with the digitization of land records, these steps have made the Pakistani housing finance market an ideal investment opportunity.
We believe Trellis provides a unique investment opportunity for you to take part in Pakistan's booming housing sector. We are aiming to provide stable, risk-adjusted returns by year 3 of operations and a projected valuation of 6 times the initial equity by the end of the same period. In terms of mitigating risk, your investment will be fully collateralized by the value of the underlying mortgage, and all land title documents will be held with the bank.
We at Trellis have aligned ourselves with various UN social development goals. Asset ownership will eventually pull these families out of poverty as the monthly payments go towards ownership and not just rent. These families will thus be able to focus on getting their children educated and look for better prospects for themselves. We at Trellis believe that by offering customers financing for not just homes, but also for solar panels, water filtration units, and in the future for training and education, we can make sustainable progress. Gender equality is a value we hold dear to us, and thus we will be encouraging joint ownership by prioritizing applications with female co-applicants. This will help women gain financial independence and confidence. At Trellis, we have a special focus on educating our customers, and to help them make informed decisions, we have built a series of educational tools. Our engagement officers will be guiding customers every step of the way.
Our strength lies in our risk mitigation, especially our proprietary credit scoring model. Our model is based on best practices observed from other countries with a large informal economy and developing home lending market, such as India, Bangladesh, and Indonesia. Due to the lack of credit history for this demographic in Pakistan that we're targeting, we've taken the approach to start with an experts-based model, which is typically what you'll see in an underdeveloped credit market, with the goal of eventually incorporating recent developments in applied data and machine learning to really scale the credit decision process. A lot of the clients which we'll be servicing have income which is seasonal through agriculture, for example, or through self-employment, which is going to be subject to a lot of variation. It's crucial for us as an institution to identify the ability and willingness of our borrowers to repay their obligations, not only at the loan origination step, but throughout the customer journey and life cycle in order to minimize late and defaulted payments. We're utilizing the existing infrastructure of the channel partners, microfinance institutions, and banks in order to really cultivate this client relationship and develop a higher level of understanding of our end borrower. This enables us to be one of the first private lending institutions in Pakistan to cater to the very low income and informal employment customer mass market.
Trellis brings a strong team together, whose members have experience in liquidity products, credit underwriting, and risk management. Our core team features former bankers, investment specialists, and client management experts who have come together to create a product that will truly transform lives. The core management team will be working under the rigorous supervision of our board of directors, which is led by Mr. Nadeem Hussain, the visionary behind Easy Paisa and Tamir Bank.
Pakistan has a very serious housing finance issue. You look at a country of over 220 million people, and then only 68,000 people have active mortgages today in the country. That's a very poor statistic. We have a third of our population living below the poverty line today, and at the same time, none of these individuals will ever have access to housing finance and be able to move out of generational poverty by building assets. What excites us the most about organizations like Trellis is that it's based on years of private research, in the fields of economic development, in fintech principles, in organizational theories, about how to use the best in the private sector to actually create the most amount of social impact, in different parts of the world. So whether it's our ecosystem and partnership model, where we work across the demand and supply side with various organizations, using the principles of competition and cooperation to address a fragmented market, whether it's using the best in principles of blended financing to actually reduce the cost of borrowing for our end consumers, or even if it's in the field of how we're actually just developing Trellis as an organization, using the best in fintech, where we're using modular workflows, open source, SaaS technologies to keep our costs down. And then that allows to scale and to easily then replicate it into other countries that have the same mortgage penetration ratios as Pakistan does. I think that's what's really exciting for us.
I'd already been thinking about making a career change when Jamshed put together the initial plans for Trellis. I was looking for a way to have a positive impact on the world, and Trellis really resonated with me. Not only will Trellis be a self-sustaining organization, but its impact will endure and grow as it helps households achieve financial stability.
We believe Trellis provides a unique investment opportunity by bringing together top talent to provide a solution to Pakistan's housing crisis. This is an exciting time for investors to get involved with the housing finance industry, as it's in its growth stage and has an added layer of focus by the Pakistani government and the construction industry. What differentiates Trellis is our focus on risk management and on building a partner ecosystem model that promotes safer business practices, reduces costs, and improves profitability for investors. We have worked diligently to build a thorough partner ecosystem model, as well as a credit scoring model that looks at both formal and informal incomes. We hope you will join us on this journey of transforming lives through affordable housing finance.
For more information and to request a copy of our investor material, please email us at info@trellisfi.com.